Hey Jam Fam, it is your girl here, ROOK. Everybody goes to school at some point during their day and age in their lives, and I assume everybody either loves it or hated it. I hated it. I hated going to school when I was a kid. I was like one of those 90 kids that wanted to play Pokemon all day and night. I had my Pokemon Stadium game when I was a child, and boy, guys, let me tell you, I love that game more than I loved my family. I'm pretty sure if my family went away and never came back, but as long as I had my Pokemon Stadium, I'd be happy. I'd be set. As long as I had some Capri Suns and some chips, I would be set for the rest of my life without my family. I was ready to not have a family. You see, guys, back then I didn't have Animal Jam growing up. Back then I had like a ginormous brick computer, and back then I used to rock Tonka games like no tomorrow. And of course, those preschool, pre-K video games, because I wasn't that smart back as a child, so I was forced, with no doubt, to play those games, and I still didn't understand them, but they were still fun as a kid. I'm pretty sure those games are still out. I totally forgot what the heck they're called. I loved and I hated them so much with my life, with so much of a passion. Well, everybody plays Animal Jam during 2017. I didn't have that growing up in 1996, where I was obviously aware of things because I was like 5 or 6 years old. I had Pokemon, and I had trading cards, and I had plushies, and I had that occasional 1 or 2 Barbie doll that I decided to wrap around in toilet paper. Don't ask, I was really weird growing up. I know, as weird as that sounds, guys, you know, wrapping your favorite little doll inside of toilet paper, it was a daily thing for me. And boy, did my parents get really angry at me for wasting toilet paper on a daily basis. I also had very strange habits for some reason growing up. For some reason, I thought it was a great idea to bring some snails that I found outside into my bathtub while I took a bath with my Legos. I don't even know how to explain this one. I wish I could make this up. Grabbing a snail or two and deciding to take them to the bathtub. I didn't do anything to them. They are obviously still alive because I took them back out into the garden and they just went on to their merry business. I don't know what those snails must have thought. Personally, I think they might have been so scared, I might have traumatized those snails. Now that I think about it, I wonder what was going through my head at that time when I first saw those snails. I would probably need to bring these snails into my bathtub because this is what I need in order to have great playtime with my Legos. I think this is going to cause a great playtime with my Legos. If I bring in 2 snails, I think one snail can be a villain and the other snail can be a good guy. But obviously I'm gonna have to bring them back outside because I don't want to be a bad, kid and just have them in the bathtub and be cooked alive, you know what I mean? And you know what? To be honest, it only happened one time. It only happened one time. It was a one-time deal. Ever since then, I don't think I've ever brought any more snails into my bathtub. And if I ever did, man, I think there was something wrong with me growing up. I'm pretty sure I was watching way too much Pokemon or way too much weird cartoons for me to be like, I think it's a great idea to bring a snail into my bathtub and just be like, you're gonna be a part of playtime today. Although I have so many stories that I could keep endlessly telling you guys growing up as a child, I'm gonna have to stop here. If you guys want to hear more little mini stories about my childhood growing up, leave a comment below. You guys can also leave some suggestions or even some comments or questions on some subject matters that I can talk about growing up. So with that being said, everybody, I'm gonna be called the snail capturer or something. I don't know, something creative. Insert name here. Rook is a snail collector and an ant eater. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.